could be taking control, yeah.
Oh, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Dylan. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully each and every single one of you are feeling fun and fantastic. Today we're joined by the one and the only Tanya. Hi! Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, today we were going to take a look at this a while back, and we were a bit skeptical about copyright issues and things like that, because as you guys know, cricket videos, they generally get copyrighted, and yeah, there's no communication with them at all. There's no communication. So even if you want to take it further, there's no communication with those companies at all. But ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to take a look at, which was really heavily requested, because I'm Aussie and everyone knows the massive test that happened at the Gabba, where India beat Australia through all odds, yeah? Mm-hmm. So through racism and everything like that, everything that was happening. But I don't condone racism at all, okay guys? The people at the crowd that were doing it, they're un-Australian, okay? They're not Australians. They may be born and may sound Australian, but they're not Australian, okay? Where I'm from, that's not on. That's un-Australian. Just put it like that, guys. You're un-Australian and you are not, and you're a scum, and you don't deserve to be Australian if you are being racist like that. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to take a look at an article so Tanya can just appreciate this a lot more, yeah? Because I know what it meant to you guys at home. And I know the emotion you guys felt with it, because against all odds, against everything, all the injuries and everything like that, I know what you guys feel, because literally it's somewhere where you haven't had success at the Gabba. And with Indians, when it comes to cricket, their passion is like no other, yeah? So for them to overcome odds while winning the test match, it was incredible. It was incredible. So let's just have a look at this article, okay? And it headlines like this. I'm not going to show the title where this is from at all. You can see who it was published by. But why India's win in Australia is a triumph over toxic culture in cricket, okay? Payne's outburst, Smith's guard scrubbing reflect win at all costs approach of Australia. Exactly what you just said. Win at all costs approach from Australia, yeah? So let's have a look. The Indian victory in Australia seems like poetic justice, considering what they have gone through. A crippling loss, the absence of live wire captain, a spate of injuries that robbed them of frontline bowlers, races torn from the crowd. Yeah, it was a couple of people, and they're idiots, they're morons, they probably don't have any jobs in Australia, and they live at home with their grandma, and they spend all day drinking at the pub. That's probably them. And vicious sledging from the opponents. There again as well, it is bad that sledging still exists, but sledging back in the day, guys, sledging, I know cricket has changed a lot, but back in the day, sledging means when one team gives the other team crap. Oh, okay. So it says, yeah, you're gonna miss the shot, you're absolute turkey, and things like that. Mm-hmm. But what you guys gotta realize, do you guys remember when Andrew Simons went to India, what happened? There was an Australian, and he had darker skin, and he was being called monkey chance.
In Australia?
No, in India.
Why?
Because he was dark skinned. Exactly.
Yesterday's clash follows October's heated and highly controversial one-day series in India, where Simons was the victim of racial taunts. A Foxtel documentary screening Monday captured the Mumbai crowd's abuse.
It is very depressing because I don't think, I'm really disappointed being a Mumbaiite to see something like this from a Mumbai crowd. Mumbai crowd is known to be a sporting.
So guys, don't forget that, okay? Do not forget, I bet you everyone has forgotten about that. Everyone has forgotten about that, but Australia forgives, okay? We forgive. But that was a huge incident, guys. That was a race, that was more racist than what was happening at the Gabba. with Andrew Simons. But because it was literally so many people in the crowd, and you can hear them going when he was having the ball.
Wow.
Yeah, you could hear it. And also, that's what I'm just saying, guys. That's what I'm just saying. It's not just Australians. This happens around the world.
Yeah, it's
This happens around the world.
Anywhere, I mean, around the world.
And there's no space for it. There's no room for it. I mean, if you want to sledge someone, just sledge someone. But there's no need to get colour involved and things like that. There's no need to get race involved. Don't do it.
Exactly.
Okay, a series in Australia is always a test of skill and character. The bouncy pitches and pace like fire makes for a searching examination of a batsman's technique. The boisterous crowd and aggressive rivals test the nerves of even the most experienced players. This sounds like a movie. What the Indians endured during this series was unprecedented, okay? Still smarting from the loss of the 2018-19 home series against India, Australians badly wanted to regain the border Gavaskar. Captain Tim Paine would let nothing stand between Australians and victory. He didn't want to suffer another loss at home, not to the Indians. When victory alone matters, the methods employed at times are questionable. Cricketers and officials have turned a blind eye to such tactics, and that's when a test match like the one at Sydney happens. Verbal assault was rife. Australian captain Tim Paine's foul-mouthed rant against the umpires was followed by another nasty tirade against India's Ravichandran Ashwin. It required a deluge to criticism from former players to elicit an apology from Payne. When players are involved in unsavoury incidents, it's hardly surprising that the crowd join in with their colourful language. At least in two venues, spectators had to be evicted after racist insults were hurled at the touring cricketers. Cricket certainly can do without the controversies and the toxic culture. In the end, the Indians proved that victory could be achieved without nasty confrontations on the pitch. So, there was a period after all the famous Australians retired where Australia was known to be soft, yeah? And I think it's more they're trying to show like, hey, this is our soil, yeah? And it's not necessarily, what you don't understand as well is that there's no racism from the Australian cricket team. Mm-hmm. It's the crowd. What the Australian cricket team was doing, they were sledging, yeah? Sledging is a thing that happens in cricket. Like he was saying, toxic culture in cricket. Mm-hmm. It happens in cricket, guys. It's not just the Australians, okay? It happens in cricket. The Australian idiots that were in the crowd, I don't count them as Australians at all. They're just morons, complete morons. But guys, we're going to have a look at the final day, okay? The final day. Now you can watch the full thing with us. It's up to you guys. You can watch the full thing, or you can go to cricket.com.au, the Australian website. They've got their own YouTube channel. You can go over to there. But there's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. What we're not going to see here is the build-up. Mm-hmm. So day 1, day 2, day 3, it was like, it was, how can I say, Australia was punching and punching and punching, and India were fighting on, like they were holding on, yeah? And it was like the lower order, the people that usually can't bat, that were actually keeping them in the game, yeah? So like people that weren't expected to do anything, they were holding on, yeah? And eventually they won. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're going to have a look at day 5 because this will go for like 8, 9 hours, 10 hours, yeah? Mm-hmm. So guys, we're going to take a look at day 5. India claims stunning series win, end Australia's Gabba streak. Now this is somewhere where a lot of people don't win as well. Mm-hmm. Okay? Australia is bad enough, it's hard enough to win, let alone the Gabba. So anyway, guys, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into today's video. Let's do it. Let's go.
Here we are for the final day of the fourth test. The test match up for grabs, the series up for grabs. Australia requiring 10 wickets. India requiring 324 runs. Takes the catch. Australia get the breakthrough. As always, it's that man, Paddy Cummins. Rohit Sharma has to go. Nice work behind the stumps by the Australian keeper. India lose their first.
Who is that? Guys, I haven't seen cricket in a while. And I wouldn't have a clue who Gill is. Is he a good batsman?
Classic cover drive.
4 runs. 4 runs.
Going down the leg side. And quite far down, but he's interested, Nathan Lyon.
Red decision not out. Impact is outside. India wickets umpire's call.
If it had been given out, that decision would have remained. Oh, crunch. The sound of the...
I love the sound the bat makes when it hits the ball, but that's flush.
To Gill.
When someone's hit the ball well, that's the sound it makes. That's the sound it makes when someone hits it so good. Flush.
And strong off the back foot. Throughout the series, Shubman Gill, he trots back. His second test 50. It's a fine innings. And he wanted to go and go and go.
Oh, that's nasty. That is really nasty.
Oh.
It strikes him on the back of his helmet.
Oh, he hit that.
Would have just brushed the shirt of Pujara.
Oh, the shirt. So they're not doing too bad. India doing really well right now. 1 wicket for 76 runs. They've got this. If they continue, they've got this. Very easy.
Up and over. There is a third down there, but he hits it wide enough. In fact, it doesn't even matter.
Great pull. Great pull. Look at that.
Over to the boundary.
They're in pole position. So. Wow.
And
Okay.
potential for
1 for 100. Oh, look at that.
For Cheteshwar Pujara. Taking it on after lunch.
Whoa.
Up to 6 or 7
Oh.
Takes it on again. There's men back there. He's really got a hold of that. Up and over again. One
This Gill character is awesome, isn't he?
Oh, that's beautiful.
He's got all the plays in the book.
It is 3 in a row to the boundary.
All that's missing is a straight drive, and he's got every hit in the book.
4 boundaries in the
He can play any shot.
good length too.
Oh no, that's unfortunate. He didn't get 100 runs. Ah, that's very unfortunate. Ah, he didn't get a century. That's so unfortunate.
This match has just taken a huge turn. Oh, it's another blow. A nasty one on the glove. Pujara.
Oh!
Blow. The back of the helmet guard for
All right, there's been a fair amount of bounces. Phew.
Oh, he doesn't get the bat out of the way. He was looking to duck Pujara.
So he doesn't mind the fourth innings.
Rahane takes
Oh, 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 oh. He dispatched that.
6 from the Indian skipper.
Oh.
Cummins is the man again.
I can see why this was counted as a fantastic match. Just when you think India are getting on top, but oh, just when you think they're getting on top, boom, there's a wicket. So Australia need. Australia needs 7 more wickets to win. If they don't get the 7 wickets and India don't get the runs, it's a draw. But India need 126 more to win. Oh, they did this with ease in the end. They absolutely did this with ease. This was not difficult at all.
Close. Pat Cummins with a new ball. But they're going to go upstairs.
Impacting line. Hitting the wicket, umpire's call.
Pat Cummins has broken through. The immovable force is gone.
Wow. Another wicket now will change it. Another wicket right now will change it.
Still determined as ever.
Oh, here it is. Is there a wicket? No.
But he comes through with shot punt.
Wow. They definitely have a lot of injuries because I don't know any of these characters. I don't know any of these guys. Ah, India are slaughtering them, man. But like I said, one wicket now can really put the pressure on them. And there it is. Do you realize what's happening with the light? The sun is setting, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens? That's when the test match gets called off. So they were battling light, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so once the light sets, then that's when the test match gets called off.
Okay.
So you have to try and get the runs before, because you won't be able to see anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the catch. Cummins gets his fourth. They are not gone yet, Australia. They keep fighting.
Wow. Still throwing punches. Pat Cummins, it's that man again.
Beautifully punched down the ground.
Wait, what was that? How many more overs was left? Oh, so, okay, this is interesting. Okay, so now there's a limit for how many. Okay, I didn't realize back in the day it was different. Yeah.
What's that?
Seven overs and 2 balls left of the day, and they need to get the total of. They need 328. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And where were we just now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. No, it says 7 point. A little bit forward. No, where's? Yep.
So 49 more runs to win. We'll replay it from here. 43. Was it here? Here.
Down the ground.
59 more runs. They need 59 more runs. So my calculations, 6. So there's 7 overs left, and there's 6 balls per over. So that's what's 42. Yeah.
42 balls.
42 balls remaining, and they need 49 runs. That's not too bad. That's very possible. That's very possible. So they basically, they almost need a run a ball. That's not too bad.
Goes again, flays it away over the offside, into the shadows, the ball rolls, the ball races and finds the rope. Pad shapes, little lap sweep, Steve Smith jogs after it, he knows it's going to the rope.
They're fearless, willing to try anything.
That's what I was just about to say. They're fearless.
Hits it hard, Richard
Whoa.
hits it deep, more success.
Dude, like, he's...
Comes back off the crack the other way. 4 more. Skews away over the top of Gully.
Now it's easy. Now it's easy. So at the end, so they need 19 runs off 33 balls. Yeah, so it's going to be very, very easy unless they have 2 wickets or something like that in quick succession. But in the end, India won quite comfortably. Wow, that's impressive. That is impressive.
The Aussies drop their heads. Indian fans cheer the ball to the yeah! Reverse it back.
What I just said.
Nathan Lyon breaks through. A glimmer just
was fast.
Pulls it to the right.
Game over.
This man Richard
Game over, ladies and gentlemen.
high in the bat. Again it hangs in the air. And this time the wicket falls. You cannot believe what you're seeing at the Gabba. It's full. It's down the ground.
Game over.
Saini has got an injury with the groin. It goes as far as the fence. India, incredible.
Well done.
Sharp Part is the star. India win the test. They win the series. And they win the hearts and minds of cricket fans all around the world.
Well done, India. Well done.
You deserve that smile. Mohammed Siraj, you do too. A wonderful moment for Team India.
Well done, young fellas. Well done. And I dare say they're younger than me, so I can call them young fellas, okay?
Soon they'll be your son and daughters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all of
yeah.
them.
You all are my sons. You all are my sons.
My
okay?
children.
All of you are my children, okay? No, but well done, India. Well freaking done. Very brave. Very, very brave. The shots they were playing was so incredible. You have to realise they need a certain amount of runs in a certain period of time. And if they get wickets, so if they get out by playing a stupid shot, then they can lose. But they were so fearful. They're like, you know what? We're either going to lose or we're going to win. And they were hitting the ball so hard, they didn't care if they were going to mistime it or not. But that, I think the guy's name is Pant? What's his name? Punt? Fantastic. I heard about that Washington guy a fair few years ago. But Punt and the other fella, Gill, well done. Well freaking done to them guys. Well done.
I would really like to watch a full game though.
Yeah, but test match cricket, it goes for 5 days. And
I know.
it goes for like 7 or 8 hours.
I know, but for me that I'm trying to understand everything.
You have to be in India or Australia with a beer in your hand, okay? With a beer in your hand watching test cricket because you're going to need it.
It's just because on these highlights it just goes goes so fast. I just see boom, boom.
But it's not this. It's not this
boom.
fast.
That's what I mean. And sometimes I'm like, whoa! They've hit 5 balls, and I just see 2.
When you watch the full match, you will be more relaxed because it's like you have to realize some balls they just play like this. They defend, they block.
That's what I mean. I think I would understand everything better for someone that's trying to learn like me. I think it would be better to watch the full thing.
Yeah.
Because here I just see bim, boom, boom.
You will. You will. When in Australia, you will.
Yeah.
You're not Australian or you're not adapting to the Australian culture until you watch Australian cricket or cricket in general. But I enjoyed that. I'm very, very happy for the Indian cricket team. Just because of everything they went through. And like I said, guys, with the racism thing, I'm not condoning that. It's not on. It's not on. Racism is not on. And it's something that should be taken out of the world because at the end of the day, we're all one. But there's too many times where we're so focused on the racism, we're not focusing on the main bit. And that's people attacking each other.
But that's what I was going to say. I think it's just an excuse to attack the other team. If it's not racism, they'll use anything else. Because, for example, in football in Spain, they don't use racism because they're from the same country. But they still fight for things that you think, like, really? Do you really have to fight for this now? It's a game. It's supposed to be fun. It's not meant to be like a fight between teams. So I think they just take it like that. It's like a...
Yeah.
No, it's just an attack. They attack each other. That's it. But everywhere, not just cricket, but also football, basketball. You see it all the time, and it's disgusting.
To add on to that, you have to realize too that with sport, a lot of people that love sport, they're so passionate that sometimes their anger gets released while watching it. Sometimes anger gets released while playing it, because sport is such a release of how can I say, testosterone and things like that, because sport is so captivating because it is a magical thing. It can make you feel sad, angry. It's like movies.
Yeah, yeah.
They make you feel emotions.
I know, but still.
And you've seen it firsthand with me with sport. It's just, it's an emotion.
If you have emotions, yell and cry and,
Yeah.
and slap the bloody bench, but don't insult other people.
Yeah.
I find. I mean.
I know, but that's been going around not just in cricket, in sport
That's what
in
I mean.
general.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
If you played with my basketball team locally, and you would hear all the basketball matches going on, there were sledges all the time, people giving each other crap all the time.
Yeah, but that's
all
what I
the
mean.
time.
It's disgusting.
And white people attacking white people.
Yeah,
and calling
everyone.
them white trash and things like that.
Doesn't matter, but that's what
and
I mean.
they weren't white. They weren't white people. They were white people insulting white people.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
But it's got nothing to do with racism. It's got to do with insulting.
It's just an
people, yeah?
excuse. People feel good and liberated when they insult. If you say, you feel
and
good.
I guarantee you, those people that were saying that in the Australian crowd, I guarantee you that if you see them in the real world too, they wouldn't say it to your face.
No, that's right.
They wouldn't say it to your face at all. And they're real scum. They're real scum. If that's the way they think, they're scum. They're not Australian. I'm telling you guys, they're not Australian. Australians I know and grew up with, they know about racism and they know to treat everyone equally. Okay? I grew up in a black community and there was no racism. There was some racism towards me, of course, because I'm a whitey, yes, but that's another thing. But I wasn't racist. Most of the people weren't racist at all. We all got along in the community, everyone. So, I mean, like I said, that's Australian. Accepting everyone. I mean, I had friends that were Indian, I had friends that were Arabic, I had friends that were Pakistani, I had friends that were Asian. Well, Asian. I had friends that were Japanese, Chinese, yes, Filipino. I had Kiwis that were friends, yeah. So, I mean, that's the culture of Australia right there, guys. We're accepting of everyone. I mean, Australia is so diverse that seeing this racism projected about Australians is heartbreaking for me because I know we're not a racist. You're always going to have a bad bunch of apples in the bunch of them, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
You're always going to have a bad apples, yeah, sorry, in the bunch of apples. All the rotten apples, and there were the rotten apples and they're scum. So, anyway, guys, I'm happy for India. We're going to take another look at another video. You'll see this is the second upload for today. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Tanya's learning about cricket as we speak right now.
I'm trying.
She's trying. She did very well. I give you a round of applause. But congratulations to India. I know what this means to you guys. I know how hard you have fought through all the injuries. And this will be made into a book, I think. This will be made into a book or a TV series or maybe even a movie. But I definitely think a book is on the cards for that because that was majestic. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a big thumbs up as well as hitting the subscription button down below. Remember, stay safe, be kind to one another, but most importantly,
be happy.
Exactly.
Bye.
Peace.